Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. We have 7 players here today, and we're very excited about doing a live improv show, unedited, right on the spot, everything. We don't take anything out. We edit on the spot. It's purely spontaneous on the technical aspect as well as the show. Now, we've got some great games today. Our cast knows what games they're going to be playing. We have a superstition game. We have online video dating, which is very important under these COVID situations. We have a crisis hotline. We have an intervention. Someone's been very bad, and we're going to intervene in their life. We have the Newlywed Game, and then what's the world's worst thing you could say at maybe a wedding or a funeral? We'll find out later. I'm Ken Scove, the host of the show and founder of the LA Connection. Back in 1977, I started all this great stuff. And let's meet our cast today. We have Emily.
Hello.
Or some people like to call her Emily May. We have Sandy.
Hi, guys.
We have Brady, to some, the amazing Brady. We have David, who's equally amazing.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Bobby.
Hello.
We have Hunter. And we have Mark Gordon. At Mark Gordon. All right, that's our cast today. Our first game is going to be called Superstitions. You know, everybody has superstitions. I know I have them. It's just rapid in like sports. You know, I played a lot of sports, and you jump over the white line, or you catch your bat the same way, or move your mitt around, or batting glove. So that's a superstition. So here's the superstitions I'm going to give the cast today. Let's bring up Emily May. Emily May, your superstition is you broke a mirror and you got 7 years bad luck, okay? So go ahead and minimize yourself and put that up for yourself. Let's bring up Sandy. Sandy, yours is a rabbit's foot. You always have to have a rabbit's foot to feel secure and get your luck good, okay? Now we'll bring up the amazing Brady. Amazing Brady, what you have to do is, let's give you, how about you step on a crack, you break your mother's back, okay? That's what you believe. And let's bring up David. David, you believe you have to knock on wood, okay? Knock on wood, an old thing that gives
I'll be knocking some wood.
So knocking on some wood, okay? And Bobby, all right, Bobby, yours is going to be Friday the 13th. That scares the heck out of you that day. You just do not like Friday the 13th. Hunter, black cats, okay? You're wearing a nice black shirt. You got black hair. Why not black cats freak you out, okay? And let's bring up Mark now. Mark, yours is, how about crossing your fingers? Yeah, I would believe you have to cross your fingers all the time, okay? All right, so while they're all getting ready, this superstition game, it's our first show, Superstitions, and we bring in 7 different people with different superstitions. Let's kind of find out why they believe in these superstitions, and I'll see if I can put a few cracks in it myself when I talk to them all. If we want to bring everybody back in right now, we'll start our first game and find out why they believe in their superstitions. Since Emily came in first, Emily, so you broke your mirror and that gives you 7 years bad luck. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It doesn't stop everything I do. This morning, I poked my eye and it scratched in my eye. I can't see through it. Everything I do, ever since that one night, everything I do is ruined. And I'm always injured. I have to get surgery on my knee tomorrow.
My God. Well, now, when did you break your mirror?
You mean, when did the incident happen?
Yes, please.
November 12th, 2016.
Okay, so it's been almost 4 years. So you have 3 more years of bad luck. So this just happened to you in the last couple of days, the knee thing and the eye problem. What else has happened to you?
Well, it started really easy. When I broke the mirror, it was my birthday. My birthday's November 12th, and I was out with friends, and we were having a good time, and I went in the bathroom to check my makeup, and someone bumped into me, and I dropped my little hand mirror, and it shattered across the bathroom floor. Now, me, a fool, thought it wasn't a big deal. However, it has gotten worse and worse every single year. The first year, I would just hit every red light, which was annoying, but every single red light. And then slowly my school grades started dropping. And then slowly after that, all my animals started getting really sick, and I just spent a lot of money at the vet. And now it's all physical injuries. I don't know what comes next.
Wow. Now, do you have any mirrors in your house anymore, or do you carry a pocket mirror for your purse?
No, to be completely honest with you, I've removed every single mirror from my house. I don't really want to risk that. My car, I only use the backup camera. I don't use the rear view mirror, and I just turn my head to change lanes. I use cameras to see what I look like, but no mirrors. No mirrors in this apartment.
Have you ever seen any like reflections off windows that you think might be a mirror or people's sunglasses?
No, I've seen that, but those aren't mirrors. Mirrors
Okay.
intend to do that. Mirrors know. They always know.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for your bad luck, and you just look at it this way: you've only got a little over 3 years, and hopefully you'll have a good birthday on 3 years from now on November the 12th. Thank you, Emily. Let's go now to Brady. Brady, he thinks if you step on a crack, you're going to break your mother's back. Brady, has this happened to you?
Yeah. When I was a toddler learning to walk, that was the first time my mother's back was broken. She forgave me for that one, thankfully, because I really didn't know where I was stepping. I mean, I wasn't a sure-footed 3-year-old, I promise you that. Ever since then, though, there was that time in my teen years when I got a little rebellious, and, if I didn't get to do what I wanted or mom was going to send me to bed, I'd sneak out of the house and head straight for this.
Wow. Okay, so now, how many times has your
I
mother's back been
walk,
broken
and send her to the
because you
hospital.
stepped on
First kind of
cracks?
lost. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
How many times has your
she
mother's back been broken? I think we've
took on
lost
her
him.
own
Well,
luck
now we got to get him
times
back.
too.
Uh-huh. Okay, you're kind of freezing out a little bit, so
But I
I'm
got
just
this little
hoping that there's
trowel
nothing.
thing for patching cracks. I'm trying to make up for it.
Okay. Can your mother walk now?
She's in a wheelchair, Kent. I should be in a
Oh, wow.
wheelchair too, and then I don't step on anything.
Uh-huh. So how do you avoid stepping on cracks now?
I spend a lot of time crawling, Kent. I went through a rolling phase, but it made me dizzy, and then I'd stand up and stumble over a crack. So I try to be very careful. A lot of crawling, a lot of rolling. I do
Okay, so
ride
if you
in.
roll over a crack or you crawl over a crack, say like your knee, the crack has to actually be stepped on by your foot?
That's correct, Kent. It's a little known loophole in the law.
Okay. I saw that commercial where the lady I think it was some sort of health insurance or something. She came and rolled out of her house and then accumulated and rolled down the street. So she wouldn't have broke anybody's back, I guess is what you're saying.
The only
So,
time you have to be careful, Kent, is during when there's snow on the ground, because the snow builds up on you as you roll, and you can't slow yourself down once you get turned into a snowball.
Snowball rolling down the hill.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a snowball rolling down a hill is another superstition. So you're going to start another one. Let's go over to Sandy. She thinks you have to have a rabbit's foot at all times. Sandy, why do you believe you have to have a rabbit's foot?
See, Ken, when I was younger, well, actually just like a few weeks ago, I kind of dabbled in some magic, and things went a little wrong, and so I've had a lot of bad luck. So I thought I better start carrying the rabbit's foot because it's always been like a sign of good luck. Um, and every time I carry it, so I like win something. Like I scratched off a lottery ticket and I won like $100,000 the other day. However, the next
That's
day,
amazing.
I was going to take the ticket to cash it in. I forgot my rabbit's foot. I lost the ticket on the ground. So I lost my $100,000.
Oh my God. So someone's got your $100,000. Probably not one of these people here. Well, maybe could be David. He knocks on wood. Maybe he found it. When we get to him, we'll see if he found your $100,000 lotto ticket. But Sandy, when did you start realizing that the rabbit foot would give you good luck? When's the first time you encountered a rabbit's foot?
Well, as I said, the rabbit's foot's always been a sign of good luck with the coven that I've been with. And so I discovered, like, at a very young age that if you're having bad luck, that you need to carry it. For there was this one witch in our coven, she didn't carry her rabbit's foot to one of our spells when we got together one night, and she got dropped in the boiling pot of goo that we were using. She somehow got dropped in there as one of the ingredients
Because she didn't have a rabbit's foot.
because she didn't have her rabbit's foot. She got boiled up.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you should be doing these spells, but that's a whole nother thing. So, all right. So, do you have more than one rabbit's foot, or is this the only one you carry?
This is the only one I carry. It's from a very, very large rabbit. It's
Mhm.
I think all I need. I just need to remember to carry it all the time and not take a lottery ticket to get cashed in and not have my rabbit's foot.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sandy. Well, there is David. Let's go to him. He's got a helmet on. He's going to knock on wood. Maybe it's a wooden helmet. Is that a wooden helmet, David?
Hello, Kent. Well, it's actually burlap with a lot of starch, it appears. I'm not exactly sure. It's very airy. It lets the air in. Lots of air. It's great in the jungles, which brings me to my point about knocking on wood. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Knocking on wood changed my life, and it will probably change yours too once you pick up the habit. Okay, I had been just off the ship. I had taken a donkey up into the mountains in Indonesia. I was looking for this great lost civilization. It was legendary. No one had heard of it, except for this one little drunk sailor I met one time. So I was following this lead. I got there. I couldn't find anything, quite frankly. I searched for days and days. I couldn't find anything. It was a jungle. Finally, one day, I just had an itch, and I was rubbing on a tree, and I just remembered one time my mother said, always knock on wood. So I knocked on wood. The damn acacia, it was like a ginormous acacia tree. It just fell right over, just like that. So guess what it did? When it uprooted, there were lots of ancient civilization relics right under the roots of that tree. Yeah, can you believe?
You just knocked on the tree, a large acacia tree, maybe 100 years old or more,
at least.
With just you knocking it, the whole tree fell over.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Kent, but the roots are very thin in the rainforest. They don't go very deep. They're right at the surface level, so it doesn't really take all that much. Yeah, so it's very tall, but it kind of balances itself. I'm not sure, but anyway. Okay. I knock on wood all the time.
Okay, so yeah, that's one example, the tree. But give me another example where knocking on wood has helped you.
Well, as a matter of fact, when I was in the bathroom a little while ago, I really was trying to squeeze one out, if you know what I'm saying. I've had a little bit of a problem lately with my diet. I don't know if you can. Yeah, she knows it. She knows what I'm talking about. That Emily, she has the same problem. I'm pretty sure. Emily, what you do is if you're in there, find some wood. I can't tell you how hard it is to find wood in a public restroom these days. It's all like vinyl and tile and ceramic. For God's sake, what's a guy to do? But occasionally there's a little strip of wood, that trim piece. If you get to that thing, everything comes out fine.
Yeah, well, every man's got his own Woody. All right, I want to move on now. Let's go on to Bobby. So, Bobby, you think Friday the 13th, that day is a bad day, huh? It gives you a lot of bad things happen to you?
Oh, God, it's horrible. The only thing that I can use to get me through it are these two items. They protect me from all of the evil spirits of Friday the 13th. Last year, there was 2 Friday the 13th, and I didn't have these. And you wouldn't believe I fell down a manhole in the city. I fell into the sewer. And when I got into the sewer, a man in a hockey mask tried to cut my arm off. Luckily, I escaped somehow. I crawled up to the top. I got out, and I ran home. I found these, and the rest of the day was okay. But man, it was terrifying.
All right, so now we have a lot of Friday the 13th. They come at different times of year when they just match up. What do you do when it's Friday the 13th? I mean, now you gave me the experience of one time you that happen to you. What about a future Friday the 13th? Are you going to be going out?
Well, it will depend. I will definitely have these two items on me, of course, because I need these two. I think I will go out though, and this year is going to be different. I am going to try and stop the curse that I have of Friday the 13th. I'm going to face it with these, of course, but I'm going to face it, and whatever bad things happens to me. Like if I get attacked, I'm going to use these. I'm just going to put these on the whoever's face is attacking me.
Right. Now that looks like a can opener and a glove for a very small human. What's the black thing there?
This was part of a uniform for a teddy bear, and I find that it works because the teddy bear has some special powers, and this helps. And this is actually a broken nail clipper.
What?
A broken nail clipper.
I'm not exactly sure how those help you out, but you know, you're a very strange man. I'm glad you got out of the manhole, though. Let's go over now to Mark, who always has to cross his fingers. So, what do you think crossing fingers does for you?
Hi, Ken. Well, I had a string of bad luck for many years. A lot of things would fall down and hit me in the head. And I went to a psychic, and they said you got to cross your fingers. And
the psychic told you that?
Yeah, a psychic told me to cross your fingers. And things have not hit me in the head in a long time. Sometimes I slip up, and I had scaffolding hit me in the head. That was bad.
Wow. Yeah, obviously, you weren't crossing your fingers at the time. So, I mean, how do you cross your fingers 24 hours a day? You sleep with your fingers crossed? You type with your fingers crossed?
Yeah, fingers crossed as much as I can. When I sleep, I have a string on the finger. Sometimes it doesn't work, and then things hit me in the head. That's why I wear a helmet.
Wait a minute. You're in bed, and let's say your fingers aren't crossed. You're saying your ceiling starts to come down and hit you?
Yeah. My part of the ceiling.
Maybe you should think about moving. Why don't you move then? It sounds like you got a very bad ceiling.
That would solve a lot of problems, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Or maybe sleep in a room where the roof is not caving in on you.
That's what I thought. But even at a hotel, same thing. Ceiling hit me in the head.
Oh. Okay, well then keep those fingers crossed. Okay, I'll cross my fingers for you. Let's move on to our final one, which is Hunter, who has a fear of black cats. So Hunter, what do black cats do to you?
So it's a very long, sad story. I've always loved cats. I've always loved musical cats. I was a Jellicle cat. That was me. Yes, Emily May gets it. She's a Jellicle cat too. But then one day, when I was 18, my first experience with black cats came. It crossed my path, and then I went into Chipotle, and my guac coupon, it didn't go through. So like I had to pay for my guac. And then
okay. Wait, like now hold on, stop right there. You think the black cat ruined your guac coupon? Maybe it was expired.
Oh, it's still really hard to talk about. Oh my god. Oh, no, it did. Oh, it was that cat, because a week after that, my boyfriend found out that I was cheating on him after a black cat crossed me, and he broke up with me.
Well, maybe he broke up with you because of the fact you cheated on him and it had nothing to do with the black cat. I don't think he broke up with you because of the black cat.
No, I was really good at keeping it a secret. And besides the cheating, I was a great girlfriend. He had no reason to do that, and he would have never found out, okay?
Okay.
And then I was like just walking down the street,
and then this cat, another black cat crossed in front of me.
Okay.
And then my subway was 5 minutes late.
Your subway was 5 minutes late. Maybe you were late. Okay, listen, you're an emotional wreck. This has been Superstitions, and I can tell you this, I'm going to be knocking on wood and see if I can knock over a tree too. David is a lot stronger than I thought. Thank you for playing our game, Superstitions. All right, cast, we're moving on to video dating. So I need all the guys to stay out here, take off your helmets and stuff. And Emily, you stay out here with me. So I'm going to give each one of these guys some sort of a little archetype. Okay, Mark, go ahead and mute yourself. And you can get off across the fingers. And we'll be putting these new things up. David, you're a ham radio operator. Ham radio operator. Okay, so go ahead and minimize yourself and go and put ham radio operator. Maybe that might be the way you'll talk to her. Okay, Bobby, you're a tech geek. A tech geek, okay? And Mark, you're a marijuana farmer, Mark. You grow marijuana and sell it to all the marijuana stores. All right. And Brady, you're a Wall Street trader. A Wall Street trader. Okay. So go ahead and minimize yourself. We'll bring you guys in just a few minutes. But first, we want to meet our bachelorette, Emily May. And Emily May is obviously getting ready for Halloween. She's dressed like a bat. So, Emily, tell us a little bit about what you're looking for in a man.
Kent, please. This isn't a bat costume. This is an everyday life outfit. I am looking for a man who understands my love of Halloween year round. Halloween is not just October, it's every day. I'm looking for a man with an interest in blood, horror, and death. I'm looking for a man who won't run away at the sight of severed limbs.
What? Okay. All right. So I'm hoping you haven't killed anybody. We don't want to say that on the air because that would get you arrested before the show even starts. But so you're looking for obviously a man who likes to dress up and play act like you. Do you always dress as a bat or do you change your outfits?
I don't dress as a bat. I am related to a bat. My great-great-great-grandfather was a bat. I know, because I read it in the dirt.
Okay. I don't think we screened you. All right, well, let's bring in the first video, and these are videos that were pre-recorded. We have 4 bachelors for you. You're going to see their video first, then you're going to get a chance to ask them a couple of questions each. So let's bring in video number 1 and watch this pre-recorded video. I believe this is going to be our ham radio guy. Here it is. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Hammy. Hammy? Yeah. Okay, here he is.
Hello, potential mate. Come in, potential mate. My name is David. I'm a ham radio operator. If you have any sort of wires that are loose, I can fix them, if you know what I mean. That's an analogy. I don't know if you know this. But my call sign is X1007 on channel 19.7. Okay, so give me a holler anytime. Here I am, day or night. I'm gonna go put this antenna up so I can. If you're on the West Coast, I might be able to reach you. Okay, so that's me, and pick me.
Okay, that's video number 1. Here's our second video, and this is of a tech geek. Here he is. Due to technical difficulty. Here he is. Okay, to tech geek. Here we go.
Hey, babe. I'm your tech guy for all your tech needs. And I'm talking about your special tech needs, if you know what I mean. I can handle all your tech needs with my techniques. So hit me up on my Apple iPhone and you know where to find me. And I will electrify your world with my special technical skills. I have very technical hands. Hey, yeah, I'm waiting on you.
Technically. Okay, let's minimize his video. All right, a lot of technicals in that. Okay, let's bring in our next guy. This is the marijuana farmer.
Hey, I am so excited to like be here and like take in the vibe and the energy. Look, when we go on a date, I got the greatest date. I got like OG Kush and I got some like amazing hybrids, and we're just gonna sit there, we're gonna smoke, and we're gonna talk, and we're just gonna have a really good time. And I got all the snacks. What? Oh,
Okay.
okay, I gotta go.
We have Brain. Okay, let's minimize him. Okay, let's bring in the fourth guy. He's a Wall Street broker.
Okay, so that's 10,000 shares of Blockbuster Video. You're not going to be sorry. That's fantastic. Hey, listen, I'm going to put you on hold with my secretary. I got something else to do real quick. All right? Hey, see you later. All right, bye. Hello, ladies. My name's Colin Forsex. You might have seen me on Wall Street Trader Radio. Bring your friends, bring your mom, bring your sister. I'm always down for a good time. Blowing money, driving fast cars, and rolling on a yacht. Hit me up, ladies. Can't wait to meet ya.
Okay, well, now we've got all four of them. I think his name was Forsex. That was very strange. All right, so Emily May, you have to decide which one you want to bring back first, the marijuana farmer, the tech geek, the ham radio operator, or this last guy, the Wall Street broker. Who do you want to talk to?
All of them had such interesting points, Ken. I think I would really like to bring the marijuana farmer back.
Okay, now he's live backstage. He's on a Zoom camera. They're actually just next door in the next room. Let's bring the marijuana farmer back, and you get 2 questions to ask them. So think of some good questions. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, you said you had good snacks. If you were to eat one part of the human body, what would you pick?
I'm so sorry. There's some technical difficulty. Can you say the question just one more time?
Yeah, of course. If you had to eat one part of the human body, what would you eat?
Oh, okay. One part of the human body would be like fingers. I love fingers. I just love to. Sometimes I nibble on them, and I think it would be really good. You can put some nice dipping sauces with those.
Okay. Do you grow pumpkins? Or just weed? Do you also grow pumpkins?
Yeah, we have a really good. It's a pumpkin hybrid. So we take pumpkin and put it in with cannabis. I think you would really enjoy it.
Nice.
Okay, well, thank you very much, marijuana farmer. We're going to minimize you. Stay back in the back room. Who do you want to bring out next, Emily May?
Next, I'd like to bring out the ham radio operator.
The ham radio operator. Let's bring him out right now. Here he is. You got 2 questions.
Yes. The first question, what exactly is a ham radio?
Is he unmuted? I think you're muted again. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think you're muted still. Okay. Oh, again, we're not hearing your audio anymore. Now you're such a good ham radio operator, you've lost your audio. What kind of ham radio operator guy is this guy? He looks like he's a coal miner. What's he doing with a light on his head? I've never seen. Yeah, he's gone. We can't hear him at all. So he's completely. He's such a good ham radio operator.
How to do his job.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's bring him back and see if he can get. Yeah. Oh, now we can hear him. Okay. Thank God. It only took him a minute.
Oh my God. Sorry. Well, I'm working on the equipment here. God, you're gorgeous. I don't know what that hairdo is, but those are some nice looking ponytails you got there, honey.
I'm blushing. My first question for you is, what exactly is a ham radio?
Well, as you can tell, I'm not very good at it. But it's what it is. It's a shortwave radio. So it's a radio in a certain little tiny frequency, but it can go a long ways. Like For instance, I don't know where you live, but if you live like around the world or in a different part of the country, I could just call you on the radio. And if you had ham radio, you could call me right back. We wouldn't even need to use the phone.
Hearing men talk about stuff I don't understand is really hot.
Well, we're hitting it off
my
already
next
then,
question,
baby.
How do
Yeah.
you want to die?
Heart attack during sex, baby. That's really my, my dad. That's how my dad went. I figured I'd be the same way. I'd want to go. How's that for you? Pretty good?
Okay.
Sound okay?
You can maybe use your little light under the sheets.
Oh,
Okay, let's
yeah,
minimize him and
hey.
bring him back in the back room. Okay. We'll bring him back and see if you want to go out with him. All right, you got the tech geek and the Wall Street broker. Which one do you want?
I think I'd like to talk to the Wall Street broker next.
Okay, let's bring him out.
Hello there.
So, what kind of like criminal activity have you been a part of? Like any foreign bank accounts or?
Oh, that's really more of a first date kind of thing. I don't know if that's something I should say on the air, but I dabble in a few things. Pumping and dumping some stocks, that kind of thing. Lots of fraud, lots of stuff I wouldn't want the SEC to find out, if you know what I'm saying. I'm down for pretty much whatever, babe.
That's hot. My second question is, do you want to be buried or cremated?
Oh, I'm going to be cremated right in the source, baby. When I go, it's going to be something extreme, like drinking a Mountain Dew and driving a car real fast, and I'm going to provide my own fire, baby.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Colin. Let's bring out the final one, our tech geek, and then you're going to have to make a decision.
Hey, Bobby. So you said you could satisfy all of my technical needs. Does that include covering up things from the government finding out?
I'm sorry, your technical the technical connection in the studio. I didn't hear. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, of course. Does you satisfying my technical needs include how do I say covering up things from the government?
Oh yeah. I can encrypt anything. Whatever you need encrypting, baby, I got you. I'll encrypt your files. Absolutely.
Damn, that really turns me on. My second question for you would be, if you were to kill 14 children, how would you go about it?
If I were to kill 14 children, that's a harsh question. Well, I would kill them with technology. I would give them iPads, and they would just watch them all day until they starved themselves to death because they were just stuck on these iPads all day. That's how I would do it, because I'm a technical man.
Okay,
That's
Bob, you
good.
stay out here. Let's bring the other bachelors back out, all four of them. Now, Emily May, you have a decision to make. Obviously, your sardonic, dark humor, I'm sure you'll find somebody out of these four that will fit your needs.
Well, I think it was obvious by the fact that I smiled larger than I've ever smiled before that Bobby really just stole my heart. I need a man who I can partner with and who has similar visions to me.
Okay, well, we're going to minimize the other three. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry you didn't get picked today. Maybe we can get his ham radio operator working again. All right, Bobby, do you have anything you want to say? You're the winner.
I'm just so happy we had that connection. I knew it right away. My technical woman. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I put you two together. By the way, Bobby, you're her dinner. Thank you for watching Video Dating. Okay, now we're going to move on to our crisis hotline. I'm going to bring out Sandy and Hunter. Come on out, and I'm going to tell you what your crisis is. Sandy, your crisis is you can't get a second date. Okay, your crisis, you just can't get that second date. All right, and then Hunter, you have a fear of going outside. The fear of going outside. Okay, so I'm going to try and help these guys. This is the Crisis Hotline. I'm a crisis operator. I'm a counselor with a PhD in social welfare and social studies and social work. And so I'm now going to use my social skills to see if I can get them to get rid of their crisis, or at least face their fear of the crisis. So our first one I'm going to bring in is Sandy. Sandy cannot get a second date. So let me see if I can help her try and figure out why that's happening. So Sandy, if you want to come in right now, I'm going to talk to you about. Now, Sandy, why is it you think you can't get a second date?
Well, Ken, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm a perfect speaker and everything. I mean, like sometimes I just get a little bit whiny, and I mean, I thought that's a normal thing, like you have a problem, so you got to whine about it. I mean, I don't see an issue with that. Do
So
you?
well, yeah, it's. I don't think a man wants to go out with a woman on the first date and hear her whining. I think that the whining has to be kind of something that happens over time.
But I thought everybody would be a little bit more healthier with a little bit more wine. So I try to provide all the wine, just for myself. I think that's the best thing to do.
Well, I think drinking wine would be good, but you whining is not. So I think you're kind of misinterpreting that people like whining or wine.
Oh, all right. So how do I stop whining so much? I don't know what to do. I mean, it makes me kind of
Well, what
cranky.
I
I
would do
can't.
is, yeah, what I would do is just don't talk on the date. Just go out on the date and maybe tell him that you're mute. You can hear him, but you can't talk. That will turn the man on, because then he'll get to talk all the time. Just hope they don't know sign language, because if they know sign language, then you'd be screwed, because you wouldn't be able to respond to him. But just act like you can't talk, but you can hear him. Okay, so then write down answers, because you can't be real whiny when you're writing. We won't hear your whiny voice. Okay. And another thing you should do is don't call it the first date. When you talk to someone online or on the telephone, that's your first date. When you meet them, it's your second date. So now you already started with your second date, and your chances of going out on a third date are increasing if you just don't talk. Okay, I
Oh,
hope
so I
to help you
can't.
there, Sandy.
No talking at all. No, just.
No, don't talk. No, just you're a mute. Just tell them you cannot talk, but you can hear them. Okay. See, you're already better with me right now. I don't have to hear your whiny ass voice. Okay. Thank you, Sandy. I hope that helped you. Okay. Let's bring in Hunter now. Hunter has a fear of going outside. I feel really inspired that I was able to help Sandy. So, Hunter, why do you have this fear of going outside? What's outside that scares you?
Well, first of all, I don't even think I have to say it. There's birds outside everywhere. So many birds. It's all the birds. They're just flying around, doing their bird thing, and they poop wherever they want. Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? So, I need to stay inside, where I can't see the birds, where the birds can't see me, and where I don't get shit on. Just I get shit on by like my friends, not birds.
Okay, so you're afraid to go outside because you think a bird will shit on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right, this is what you do. Most birds are not around at nighttime. They sleep. There's only a few very strange birds, and those are mainly tropical areas where you hear tropical birds at night. But if you're just in a regular city, there's no birds at night. So what you need to do is start going out after dark, maybe an hour after dark, because sometimes the birds will, about 1 hour afterward. And then you can stay out until it's just before dawn. So, after dusk and then up till almost dawn, before the sun starts to come up, you can go outside, okay? So what I want you to do tonight is see if you can go outside and not get shit on.
I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. You said there were tropical birds. Like, what if I saw
You're not
King
in the
Kong?
tropics.
I saw King
Yeah,
Kong,
you're not
though.
in the tropics, though.
They brought a gorilla in from the tropics to the city. What if someone's bringing in tropical birds and they're shitting on people? They're shitting on people right now when it's 10 p.m.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what you do. You go out at night in an indoor mall. That's how you go out. You
I would
go into
pull
your car. Yeah, you get in your car in your garage. You're not actually technically outside. You stay in your car. You go into an underground parking structure, and then you go into a mall that has a roof on it, and you won't get shit on, at least by birds. You might get shit on by everybody else in the mall. Maybe, a few homeless people. But I think I've solved your problem, okay? So go out to a mall tonight and see if you get shit on, okay? Thank you for watching and helping everybody on our crisis hotline. I appreciate talking to you two. And next week, we're going to deal with someone who's got no thumbs. All right. So now our next game is going to be intervention. And David is going to be intervened by a number of his friends. Now, David, you thought we were bringing you here for a little party to celebrate your birthday, which is happening tomorrow. We will celebrate your birthday tomorrow, David. But for today, we've got some problems, David, because what you've been doing is you've been borrowing money from all these people and not paying them back. And in some cases, you borrowed some of their things and did not return them. So some of these people have money issues that they gave you and loaned you money. Other people are saying that perhaps you loaned them something, their lawnmower, a broom, a hammer, and you never brought it back. So, David, we're going to talk to a few of these people, and I'm going to let you respond to this. First, I'd like to talk to Emily. Emily is David's, let me just bring her up here first. David's grandpa. Okay. So, Grandpa, can you tell us what David has done to you?
Oh, yes, I can. Ever since David was a young lad, I tried to really give him everything I could. I used to take him to the park and throw the baseballs with him, and he would always leave and take the baseballs. But I never thought anything of it until one day I walked into my house and found that all of my baseballs were missing. He is 28 years old at this point, and he is still stealing all my baseballs. Then I put the baseball game on TV, and he steals my TV.
David, you want to respond to your grandpa? Well, I think we've lost your audio
He can't
again.
even talk to me. He doesn't even have the guts.
No, he can't. We've lost his audio. It might be good that we can't hear him because I'm sure he's going to make some sort of excuse. But while he's getting his audio together, let's go over to. Oh, here it is. I got you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Grandpa. You're looking a little strange these days. I don't know what's going on there. Grandpa, I don't know what you're talking about. Every time since I was a kid, we would play ball, you would give me the ball. I never took a ball. I didn't know you wanted me to have. You always wanted me to. You were always like, here, Davey, take the ball. The ball, you just take the ball. You love balls. Take the damn ball. Grandpa, I love you, but if you want a ball, I'll buy you a damn ball. Jeez.
Okay. Well, Mark, your roommate, also has some issues with you. Mark, what's your issue with David?
David, you always take my stuff and you sell it. Okay, remember last week, that big TikTok video where that guy skateboards the Fleetwood Mac? Mm-hmm. You took my Fleetwood Mac signed by Stevie Nicks and you sold it. That was my, yeah.
I don't even think it was a Stevie Nicks thing that you had. I think it was Heart. I think it was a Heart thing, and it wasn't worth crap, man. Nobody would even. I mean, I haven't seen it. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, David, you're crossing your arms like that shows you're a little uptight and that you're probably lying to us. So I'm going to bring your sister on, David. Hunter, what did he do to you?
Well, let's actually ask the real question of what didn't he do to me. So I went into my bank account, David, and I looked. I had $0, David. I had to fight a homeless man outside of CVS for this bag of chips, David, for dinner. This is all I had to eat for the past week. And I've had to ration out these Cheetos, David, because I have $0.
Hey, times are tough, sis. I get it. I get it. I mean, I eat chips every day too. Hey, I think times are tough, but you must mean our joint bank account, but because I don't know what you're talking about your bank account, because every bank account you have is just as much mine as it is yours. Mom told me that. Mom told me that when we were growing up.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's actually news to me. Okay. I've never realized that you were always joined to my bank account.
Call mom right now. Call mom.
I'll
Get mom. Grandpa, didn't she say? Didn't she say?
Now, don't talk to Grandpa. Grandpa doesn't remember anything. You kidding?
Tomato.
Yeah, thank you, Grandpa. Thanks. Tomato. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Well, we're going to move on to Jethro Jenkins, your cousin. He's your second cousin. Jethro, what did he do? I hope he didn't take your tooth. Okay,
Man.
Jethro, what did he do to you?
David's stealing my place in this family. I'm supposed to be the embarrassment. I stole 27 of Grandpa's baseballs. David had to steal 28. I've been stealing stuff from his roommate for like 6 months. He steals something better. I've been stealing his sister's underwear. He goes and steals her money. I want my own intervention, man. How come you've always taken the limelight? Answer me that, David.
Man, you gotta lay off the peyote, buddy. I tell you, hey, we all knew you wouldn't amount to nothing. That's for sure, Jethro. Right. But your mama was nothing but well, we won't get into that. But let me tell you, ain't nobody better at this stuff than me. I swear. No, I mean, I didn't do any of this stuff. It was him. He just admitted it, right? Yeah, it was him. It was, hey, everybody, it was Jethro. He just admitted it.
Okay, let's bring your doctor on because he's got some records. So what, Doc, can you shed some light, perhaps what David's done to you?
Well, and thank you for bringing me on. David, who was a good friend, he became a good friend. I am his doctor, but he was interested in my Da Vinci operating robot, and I decided to lend it to him. You know, I didn't see a big deal about doing that, and I have not got it back, and I am in big trouble with the hospital. That's worth about $1 million, and I don't know where it is.
You know, that goes right back to childhood, Grandpa and Sis. You stole my Furby. What the hell do you think I'm gonna do when I grow up? I had to have some sort of mechanical, lovely device that I could share my affection with. I think you stole my Furby, Sis. I'm sorry, Doctor. I probably had your robot. I probably had your damn robot. We probably had some good times. I think I left it somewhere along the road in Colorado, honestly, but I don't even remember because I was wasted at the time.
Okay, well, let's go though to Svetlana. She is our final guest here. She's your cousin also, David. Svetlana, what did he do to you?
So, David, you remembered when you stole my music. You stole my music from me. You came and you stole it right at the show of Svetlana and the Snakes. You stole my guitar. And you know Svetlana cannot make the music without the guitar. So, hand me back my guitar and you shall live.
Everybody knows I only play flute, so that's a total bunch of crap. It wasn't me. That wasn't me. I did not steal the guitar. I borrowed it. When I went on. When I was kind of a groupie for you, Svetlana and the Svetlanas or whatever it was. I was kind of a groupie there for a while. So I was in the green room. I'll admit, I was in the green room. The guitar was there. Again, probably I was just wasted, and I don't honestly know what happened. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. The
guitar just gets up legs and just walks away, right?
Really? What? Really? How'd you do that?
No, it did not happen. Just give it back, David. Get a clue. Give it back so Svetlana and the Snakes can perform a game.
Okay, so it looks to me, David, that this intervention has not helped you. You're still crossing your arms. So I'll tell you what, we're going to try and Yeah, but what we're going to do is next week we're going to see Jethro and have an intervention on him, so he'll feel happy that he finally, and we'll try and find out where his tooth is. Thank you for the intervention of David. Sorry it didn't work out this time. All right. We're moving on to the Newlywed Game, guys. So get ready for your characters, okay? Bobby will be playing my announcer, who will be doing our pitches of our gifts and Consolation Prize in our commercial. We have a bunch of different couples that we're going to bring in and kind of find out how they all met. So, Bobby, why don't you introduce me and set up the Newlywed Game, and then we'll bring in the couples while they're getting ready. Go ahead, Bobby.
Hello and welcome to the Newlywed Game, everybody. I would like to welcome your host for tonight, Mr. Kent. How about a big round of applause for him, everybody? Woo!
Thank you, everybody. I'm Mr. Kent. So now I just want to let everybody know the Newlywed Game is where we bring in couples, 3 couples that have just gotten recently married. We want to kind of get to know how well they know each other. So we're going to be asking the ladies questions that they think the men would answer. And then we're going to ask the men questions they think the ladies would answer. And so we have 4 different questions in 2 different rounds, playing for a wonderful prize. We'll find out what those are, but let's bring in all the couples first. So we have David and Emily, we have Mark and Sandy, and we have Brady and Hunter. 3 lovely couples. So first I can see that we have Emily is here. Is David with her? David, yes, they're both here. Good. So Emily, how did you meet David? Oh, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Well, funny you should
I can't hear
ask.
you. Oh, there you go. Okay.
So we were both actually at Disneyland. I was in line for popcorn because that's my favorite snack that Disneyland has. And he was also in line, and we both reached for the extra salt to put on it, and our hands touched. And right as our hands touched, over the speakers, the magic noise came, and it was like the magic of Disney. And he was my Prince Charming.
Oh, okay. David, can you describe your interpretation of that same meeting?
Oh yeah, kid, man, it's the happiest place in the planet, man. It's the happiest place in the world. I was just hanging out there with some buddies of mine, and I got a little hankering for a snack, so I just went up there to the old concession stand, and there was this hot little Minnie Mouse sitting there, and she was shaking some flavor in or something, and I just reached out and she thinks it was an accident, Kent. I don't know if you know this, but I just reached out and gave her one of these smooth ones, baby. She fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
All right. Well, let's go on to couple number 2. That is going to be Craven, and Hunter. Hunter, how did you meet Craven?
Oh my gosh. Well, this story is actually like so funny. So I went to a movie premiere for the new Marvel movie for the Avengers, and I saw a Thanos cosplayer. He was there, and I was like, well, okay, I might as well go get a picture with Thanos. And I went up to him, but then he got really handsy and kind of scary, and it was like really, really scary. But then Craven came out of nowhere, and he ran up and he punched this Thanos in the face, even like though he might have get snapped out of existence. And I'll never forget what he said to me. He came up and said, "Wow, you're amazing and so beautiful. Marry me." And on the spot, I said yes. And we don't have an engagement ring, but he gave me this.
Oh, that's so sweet. All right. So, Craven, can you describe how you met from your point of view?
Yeah. So I was on my way in to see the Avengers. It was pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie to you. And I saw Thanos there, and I was like, oh, I got to punch that dude. I channeled my inner Thor, and I ran up, and I just I just knocked him right out. And then I noticed that Hunter was standing there, and I was like, hey, she's hot. And then I've never really talked to a girl before, so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go for it. Proposed marriage on the spot, inside, popcorn. Oh man, what a night.
Sounds good. Our final couple, Mrs. Mark and Mark, Mr. Emily, which is kind of weird since we have another woman on here named Emily. I hope they didn't have an affair. But let's now go to Mrs. Mark. How did you meet Mark?
So, like Ken, like I was like working in a club in like Miami Beach, and like Mark came in, and like I was one of the like cage dancers there. Now it's just like a regular club, but like you gotta like get your dance on and stuff. And he like walked up smoking a Cuban, and like I just like to see guys like sucking on their cigars, and like that totally did it for me, Ken.
Okay, Mark, can you describe your side of the story?
Well, I own a club in Miami, and I always look for the best entertainer. And I heard there was this really amazing dancer. So I went in, and I saw the best cage dance I've ever seen, and I was in love. I had to meet her. I wanted to go to the club, but I really wanted to date her. So I walked up, I slipped a $100 bill with my number on it. She grabbed it in her teeth, she looked at it, took her phone, took a picture, and then we're together. And she dances at my club. I love her.
All right. Well, you are three fascinating couples. Before we send off all the guys, Bobby, what's a consolation prize?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm very excited to announce the consolation prize. It is going to be 2 tickets to the local fair, where you could see all your favorite carnies and all of the rides that look really rickety and you probably shouldn't be riding. And it'll be a great fun time for everyone. Hey, you could get a goldfish. You never know. You might be able to get a goldfish.
Wow. All your favorite carnies and Carney B. Okay, let's send off all the guys. Let's send off the guys. Let's go bye-bye, guys. Minimize yourself and don't listen to what the ladies say. They're all there. Make sure you're all down. So, Emily, I'm going to start with you. What would David say? Does David like beer or wine better? Beer or wine?
Oh, my David's definitely a beer guy. Whenever we go to California Adventure, he always orders a beer at the pier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hunter, what about Craven? Is he a beer or wine guy?
Craven is definitely a beer guy because beer is much cheaper at the movie theaters when you're going to go see the Avengers than wine is. I know my Craven.
Okay. Mrs. Mark, is Mark a beer or wine guy?
Well, like my Mark, he always has the best taste. So, like everywhere we go, he has to like bring his box wine. So I would say he likes wine.
Okay, I'm going to keep you up here, Mrs. Mark. Where was your first kiss?
Oh, right, Kent. So our first kiss was right there, out there on Miami Beach in the middle of the day. Like we almost got in trouble. That's how good that first kiss was. Right out there on the beach.
So we're looking for beach. Okay. And Hunter, where was your first kiss with Craven?
Oh, it was right after he gave me this engagement Thanos right in front of the movie theater. It was so cute.
In front of the movie theater. Okay, sounds good. We'll be looking for that. And Emily May, where was your first kiss with David?
It was like a dream come true. It was in front of the castle under the fireworks.
Okay, well, let's bring the guys in and see how well they think you guys know each other. So here comes back all the guys. So we're going to start with David. Emily, we asked her, do you like beer or wine better? And what's your answer, David?
Beer, baby, beer, for sure, beer. Yeah.
And what did she say, Emily?
Beer, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. You got me. You got me.
All right. Okay, put a point up next to your guys' names. Craven, what do you think Hunter thought you would say, beer or wine?
I'm pretty sure she said beer.
And what did she say?
I said beer.
beer, and a little heart shape. That was lovely. Okay, so you put a 1 next to your guy's name as well. Now, Mrs. Mark and Mark. Mark, what do you think Sandy said? Do you like beer or wine better?
Wine. The first time we met, we had Boone's Hill with our cigars. Wine.
Okay, what'd she
Yeah,
say?
that's right, baby. I said like wine.
You guys are a very classy couple.
I love
Okay,
you,
Mark,
baby.
where was your first kiss with Mrs. Mark?
First kiss. Okay, at the club there was a nice cage, and we wanted to check it out, and we kissed right in the cage. Hot.
Well, let's see what she said.
Like, babe, I'm sorry. I totally like forgot that kiss. I thought about that hot one that we had like on Miami Beach. That was the best. But you're right. Sorry about that.
That was a good
Okay,
kiss,
well, you
though.
missed on that. The good news is there's going to be many more kisses for both of you. All right, let's go now to Hunter and Craven. Craven, where do you think she said the first kiss was?
Oh, I'm pretty sure she would have told you about the time we kissed for the first time. We went to the concession stand, bought her some popcorn and a toy, and then I proposed to her and we kissed. And then I went and called my mom and said I had my first kiss, and she was so happy for me.
Okay, so you're saying you kissed at the concession stand area. Okay, let's see what she says.
Oh, remember
Let's see
it
what
was
she
in
says.
front of the movie theater. Yes. You bought like the amazing popcorn and of course like 10 beers. And then you gave me our engagement Thanos and then we kissed.
Inside, outside, I just remember I was floating on air.
Wow, you're such a poet. All right, David, what was the first place you and Emily May kissed?
Hey, kid, I tell you, we were hitting it all day that day. I mean, Magic Mountain, on the train. But I tell you what, I think the first one was in the little teacup ride, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see what she said. Emily May?
No. It was everything that I ever dreamed of. It was in front of the castle, remember? Remember, babe? Remember?
Well, hey, we were hitting it at the castle, buddy, too. So, yeah, that's right, baby. You got it, baby.
Okay, well, everybody's tied in round one. So before we send off the ladies, let's pause for a commercial break with Bobby.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Kent. So I just wanted to, one of our sponsors is, of course, garlic toothpaste. Now, I bet you this was something you all could have wished you had on your first date because it just makes your mouth so healthy. All the garlic gets in your gums and your tongue, and it's just the most healthiest kind of toothpaste there is. So you can get it at Save On, Ralph's, or any other place. That is garlic toothpaste by Colgate. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bobby. I have a hard time finding a Save On because I think they were bought by CVS Pharmacy. But that's why we don't have to worry about our gift set much because you can't find where to get them. All right. So let's now send out all the ladies. Send out the ladies and make sure you turn the volume down. You're going to come back and have to get 2 questions that you think the guys would think. So let's start with David. David, your opening question is going to be, do you think that she's going to like Thanksgiving or Valentine's Day better?
Dude, it's Valentine's. You know it is. It's like our favorite day of the year, man. It's just smacking it all day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Valentine's Day. Craven, what do you think she'd say, Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving?
My girl's romantic, but I think she's going to say Thanksgiving because, man, you see her eat a turkey neck and love at first sight.
Okay, I won't bring that up to her. Okay, let's bring now Mr. Sandy in. I'm glad you changed your name, Mr. Sandy. Okay, Mr. Sandy, what do you think, Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving?
Well, definitely Thanksgiving. She loves to have the whole family over and does this like cage dance. And she plays a lot of the different characters, the pilgrims, the Indians. It's amazing.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'd like to be there. All right, now where is the weirdest place you made love, Mr. Sandy? The weirdest place you two made love?
Well, the weirdest place that that we made love was at her mom's house. We thought they were out of town, and we were in the living room, and they came in with it was like an open house.
Okay, an open
That was
house. That should be fun. That might have helped sales. Okay, so we're looking for her mom's house then. Okay. All right, let's go up to Craven. Where's the weirdest place you two made love?
So on our second date, we went mini golfing, and we had, you know, there was a like a sand trap kind of thing on like the third hole. So it would have been like right in this area here, right, but close to the hole, but like over here.
You're saying the sand trap is where she played with your balls. Okay, let's go now to David. David, where's the weirdest place you two made love?
You know, they don't call it Magic Mountain for nothing.
Oh, we lost your audio again. You muted yourself, I think. But we heard Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain. Oh, a hit, yeah. Magic Mountain. They don't call it Magic Mountain for nothing, Ken. I tell you. That thing, it's all dark in there and kind of crazy and spooky. It's all fun sometimes and crazy. But quite frankly, it's been all downhill from there, Ken. It's all an act, man.
Okay, you know, this is being recorded and she'll hear this show later. Okay, let's bring the ladies back in. Come on, ladies, come on back in. And here they all come. So Emily May, the first question we want to ask you, okay, is do you like Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving better?
Oh, obviously I like Valentine's Day. You know, I've been scrapbooking and thinking about love and being married one day since I was an infant.
Oh, okay. What did you say, David?
I said Valentine's Day, smacking it all day, baby. Woo!
Okay, so you got 2 points. You're back in the lead again. Let's go to Hunter and Craven. What do you think Craven said?
I think that he said Thanksgiving because he knows that I like to eat and he knows exactly what I like from the concession stand.
Well, let's see if you're right. Go ahead,
That's
Craven.
right. I said Thanksgiving, and I told him about your thing with the turkey neck.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, you two are just the cutest. Okay, so put another point up for you two, and now let's bring our third couple in, Mr. Mark and Mrs. Mark. Okay, so Mrs. Mark, where do you think he said? Do you think it was Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving?
Like, I think my Mr. Sandy said, like, I totally like Thanksgiving because I'm so thankful for all his giving.
Okay, what'd you say, Mr. Sandy?
The Thanksgiving, because you put together that show in the cage in front of the family. We played both parts.
Wow. Okay, it's 2-2-2. We're tied up. Before we do the final question, what is the grand prize, Bobby?
Oh, I'm very excited to tell you guys what your grand prize will be. It will be, you're going to get a tent for two, alongside the beautiful Los Angeles River, where you will get some interesting smells, and there will definitely be raccoons and possums and wild frog. It's going to be fantastic. I wish I could do it. I wish they would let me do it. Back to you.
And thank you, Bobby. We want to let you know that we have stitched in a microphone into Bobby's hand. So his hand is now a microphone, so we can hear him wherever he goes. Unfortunately, he isn't able to open that hand anymore, but that's part of being an announcer. Okay, the final question. Let's go to Mark, Mr. Sandy, that team. Where is the weirdest place you ever made love?
So, like, I would have to say the weirdest place we made love. Well, I mean, like, there's a lot. There's, and then that one. But the weirdest place we made love would have to be, like, after hours in the club I worked at, in the cage. Let me tell you, that was some slippery when wet, like, type stuff going on in there. But anyway, that's the weirdest place I'd have to say we made love.
Okay, so the club in the cage. What did you say, Mark?
I said it was at your mom's house, and then they had the open house, and they walked in. But the club was fun. The club was great too. I had fun. We had a great time.
If you could only have the club at her house. Okay, let's go to Craven and Hunter. Hunter, what do you think he said? Where's the weirdest place you two made love?
I think it would have to be at Black Panther. Like we were watching that, even though it's like all about like war and like fighting, like we couldn't even help ourselves. We just had to do it there. Like when, oh my God, it was amazing.
Okay, the movie theater is what we're looking for. What did you say, Craven?
That time was pretty weird, but I went with the time we did it in the sand trap at the mini golf place because I'm still getting sand out of my butt.
Yeah, got sand everywhere. How did I forget?
TMI.
They're both
Okay,
weird.
let's go with David. Okay, and Emily May. You can win the game if you guess this correctly, Emily May. Where is the weirdest place you two made love?
There's two that come to mind. So I'm trying to figure out which one's weirder. But the two that come to mind are the drop of Splash Mountain and on the teacups. And I think I'm going to have to go with teacups.
But let's see. What did he say? What did he say?
I said Magic Mountain. They don't call it magic for nothing, baby.
Well, we have no winners. That's been the Newlywed Game, and that has been our show. You guys have been very good for the last hour and about 8 minutes, keeping everybody entertained, having a lot of fun. So I'm Ken Scove again. Let's introduce our cast. In character, David.
Hey, see you later.
Emily May.
Have a magical and wonderful rest of your day.
Craven, who's also Brady.
Thanks, everyone.
Hunter.
Bye, guys.
Sandy.
See ya.
Mr. Sandy, who's also Mark.
Thanks for watching.
And Bobby, whose hand is a microphone.
Bye, everyone.
I'm Ken Scove. Thanks for watching. We'll see the same cast in a month with all different games. Wave goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching us today.